13-0s are some of the most exciting and barbaric matches in Valorant esports. One team just pounding the ever-living shit out of the other while we as spectators watch a disaster class unfold.
He's already dead!
And this one is no different. MIBR gave the MI beatdown to Zeta Division on the global stage, making for the first ever flawless victory in Game Changers history. But what went wrong? What did Zeta Division mess up so badly that led to this unholy massacre? Well, honestly, this match didn't look much worse than my ranked games. So feast your eyes as I uncover this poor excuse for a pro match and uncover what really happened in this 13-0 clown fiesta. Now, the nice thing about running as much Valorant as these pros do is that all that playtime can be converted to free skins using buff.game. Buff is an authorized Overwolf app with over 15 million users that allows you to play your favorite games and earn buff points to purchase Riot access codes, Steam credit, V-Bucks, and a ton more, literally just by playing your favorite games and having the app run in the background. Like when I'm recording clips for these videos, I'm passively earning skins, and they're stupid easy to redeem. It just takes a few clicks. That's how my collection went from this to this. Buff is also safe to use with zero resource hogging, no mining, and I trust them way more than I trust my random sentinels on my team to watch flank. Wait, what? You want more free stuff? Okay, alright. If you comment hashtag downloaded buff with your buff username, you'll get a chance at winning a $10 Riot access code. It doesn't get any more free than that. So guys, quit wasting time. You are missing out on free expensive skins, and if you use my link down in the description, you'll gain a bonus 70 buff points. If you've ever wanted to support this channel or get, skins, but are broke, then check out Buff using my link. It's risk-free, costs you nothing, and only helps me. Honestly, Zeta Division didn't have that bad of a game plan to start. On Pistol, their end goal was to split B with 4 running it up the gut and 1 going up main later. The bulk of the offense take a majority of the heat, and the solo player strikes when the time is right. But if they fight too early, the defense can leak out. A play like this is all about timing. But unluckily for Zeta, MIBR's plan is to pinch mid as 5 and retake both sites. Both teams' plans are great. Wait, hold on. Why do we have 2 frenzies? Maybe I'm just biased, but unless you plan on really closing the distance on someone, why not just rock a ghost? Especially when you might have to take fights like these in mid. I mean, even with a buff. Just look at how ugly this spray is. Ugh. Anywho, the round opens up and an immediate trap forms from the defense. With this alarm bot, Sayori now has 2 options. If bot mid gets smoked, she can paranoia catwalk off Killjoy's signal. Or, if they take contact and arches, they crunch in the middle. And contact, they soon will take. The offense have reconned, knifed arches, and slowly creep out of tiles, and spot a jumping KO.
This map in Zeta's last game against Falcon, Susan was the lowest rated player by a decent margin. They definitely need to get their shooters online. Do Zeta already a little bit of action here through mid. The frenzy's starting to ring out, but Jelly's found a quick double. Dark cover thrown down, it's going to be swung through, but Zeta are not ready for that. Little pop from MIBR.
Again, maybe biased, maybe not. But just look at these shots. How are you supposed to accurately fight anything at this range? Now, if Jet's plan was to dash in a tree for a crazy ace split or rush into an execute, then I could see 1 frenzy purchase, but 2? I don't know, at this range, how is a chef supposed to cook without the right tools? Here's a visual representation of what's about to happen. Zeta are slamming A, but so are MIBR.
Early warning system for MIBR and mid might be a fast hit. Oh my goodness, what are MIBR going for? SRN with the outlaw.
Zeta have come out victorious. Oh, Zuzu, slow down. She probably could have waited out the molly. Now she's one shot, but her team has the site, and the defense were quick to rotate. Their plan now is to flood out while MIBR are planting, theoretically down a player. Melissa readies her recon, but gets pushed off by UR's drone and stalled by a nano. The attackers have successfully stopped the Heaven Flood, but what is this smoke?
Revealing area.
Melissa is going to light the side, Jelly find. Oh my, that's 2 through the smoke. Suzu here, over towards Hell, Jewish low, Moko's able to help out from A main, Serena's also going to be there. There's an extra layer here for Zeta Division as Melissa...
Moko's dark cover just nuked this round. Her intention was to one-way the door, so it'd be a lot harder for MIBR to come out, but it did the opposite. Jelly saw the barrel of Akko's gun and followed the tracers of their second kill. Granted, it's not possible anymore with Omen's nerf, but if she's playing in main, she has time to safely hang up the smoke and do it properly. But if you're not confident in your ability to do the one way, a normal smoke would have worked perfect. And now it's a 1 versus 2, and these small mistakes are adding up quick.
Division as Melissa has to step up and challenge. No, Suzu is in hell. Gets rid of her. Now it's up to Serena. Melissa has to go up and give this a tap. Serena doesn't have any util to work with now. It's a matter of keeping her off the spike. And Melissa brings her down. What a recovery.
Buying the frenzies, muscling through the molly, a botched smoke. In Valorant, small mistakes can snowball games out of control. On Zeta Zico, the worst guns just didn't stand a chance and only got 1 kill. But just because you don't have guns, that doesn't mean you just give up. It is vital that you do as much damage as possible to your opponent's economy so it doesn't spiral out of control. But because of this mini win streak, MIBR are starting to build a lot of wealth, including buying an op back on round 3. Zeta desperately need this round, or they basically lose the game. Their plan is to start in a 1-3-1, where Omen and Killjoy hold the wings in a variety of flavors, but eventually end in a cat split. Unluckily for MIBR, their goal is to set Jet up on this line and take early contact while these two stall and wait for rotates to come in. Meaning, this A-split should work. But MIBR wastes no time, and Melissa activates her all drone. SRN close behind, spots the turret, ducks. The drone spots Serena. Melissa turns the corner to break the turret, and finally, the op is holding B. The alarm bot's in mid, and Killjoy comes over. In the meantime, the offense have contacted up catwalk, behind it are cover, and early 0 point. But Zeta are feeling really confident. Odds are the op is here. That's why the turret wasn't broken right away. Zeta are about to get on the board.
And they're this time trying to be a little bit more careful with it. Jelly, she has early warning here. This could be pretty devastating. Fragment did get deployed, and that leaves Suzu a little stranded right now. And they peer into tree.
Spike down mid.
Oh my god. Zeta were kinda A-splitting. If you look closer, Mako lined up the paranoid to barrel through tree and slam Killjoy. Then Suzu was going to dash into her own cloudburst and go kill her. Not a bad idea. Moko even had a smoke ready for her teammate to triple pinch the site from heaven. But if you look even closer, Suzu got blinded by her own KO. Now it's a 5 versus 2, and the defense are hounding the spike.
Swing due to the molly on the ground. The jelly had thrown either. 9 for 2 already. I am just simply getting flashbacks to their match yesterday. Jelly just took over straight away in that series.
Serena wants to ask for more, but there's an operator on the site. Pretty inadvisable to challenge that. Pinged out now is Serena. The operator's actually sat in mid watching catwalk, so Serena swings it.
Dude, would you just die already?
SRN not actually able to connect that.
Thank you. On Zeta Zico, the Stingers just didn't stand a chance against the Rifles. Jimmy, this is my channel. Of course they didn't stand a chance. Zeta bought a bunch of SMGs and then went to go fight in mid and defaulted around the map a bunch. It's kind of like the frenzy purchase I talked about on Pistol. If you're going to buy these things, why not rush the site? The more time you spend walking around the map with an op on the loose, the more likely you're going to run into it. And the Stingers are great at rushing and overwhelming. Why did they just wander about? Anywho, the defense just kept their distance, won, and now MIBR can buy for the rest of the half. But Zeta, again, have a solid plan. Again, it's not their strats that are killing them, it's small stuff like botched smokes, flashes, frenzies. This all adds up in the long run. But they're faking BS3 with a cross-snap dart from Soba, and Moko is popping them from the shadows to regroup with their team and go A. And now MIBR are in a standard 2 alarm bot 3 setup and haven't seen a fake all game. This should work. As soon as the buy phase ends, we see a paranoia, knife, spawn smoke, KO flash, and Suzu dashes in.
Here for Zeta, they've got to make this gun round work. It's their third full buy of the half. It's time to get on the board. Suzu over towards spawn side here. She has to know that rotates here will be
just how do you fuck up a flash so bad? I don't know. This is also Zeta's map pick. How are so many things going so wrong? But at least the fakes worked. The defense have been dragged off of A, Serena sneaks into tree, and SRN gets put down. For the first time, oh, actually it's like the third time, this game, Zeta are in the driver's seat, and MIBR have so much to clear. But wait, Serena, you have your ult. Don't go so far.
It didn't exactly work out, but the rest of Zeta just working their way towards A. Look at how far Serena is able to get up because of the pressure on B.
Okay, Zeta are up a player, have a nano on the spike, and 2 big-ass ultimates that should stall the defuse. Even Dr. Strange can't find a way that the offense lose this one.
This has to be clean from Zeta. They need to convert this right now.
Null Command getting thrown down here by side of MIBR.
Caution.
You are sitting well back here with the Hunter's Fury set up for the post-fight. It should be a Zeta Division round. No reason for MIBR to take this. They're going to push out. They're going to have to go aggressively. We know this. Flash here for Jelly available. A second to swing off of it. In we go. Hunter's Fury actually getting thrown out now by Zeta Division just to make sure it's secure. And they get it done.
They just, they didn't get...
I mean, I don't have words. It's hard to tell without a replay system, but I think Jelly's no command stalled UR's ult, and her flashes held the offense back even longer. But I'm at a loss. I don't know. Nobody ran at the spike to see if they were off. Maybe as their ult was running out, Akko could have ran out and acted like a big jumbo spike ham. I mean, they had the player advantage, and someone had to eventually swing anyways. Then the retakers need to shoot KO and defuse the spike. That takes forever, is free info, and her teammates could swing off of her. I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch, but it's a funny idea. I just don't want to see this team get pummeled so bad. Is this what a disappointed dad feels like? Hey, can I get a buy? Guys, can someone buy me? Hello? Anyone? I need a Vandal! I think Zeta are rattled. No one bought KO a gun, but at least they're starting in a solid 2-1-2 default. And now for MIBR, they're still in a 2-3, but the op has moved again, wanted to keep the offense guessing. It started by playing around mid and B, but this round and last, it's been on A. And with Serena's lockdown online, SRN can play an attic safely, get one, and still play the retake. The round opens up with both teams trading a bunch of shit. A 0-point and dark cover for mid, a 1-way for the defense to take A main, and later a recon landing from UR to catch anyone contesting B. But both teams are duking it out for each piece of the map. Okay, not really B because KO doesn't have a gun. But eventually, the defense smoke off B as it's technically the weaker side, and Zeta feel like they've done their job and leave. Wait, I still hear that turret. Sayuri's earlier smoke protected Jube's turret, but Jelly's heard it and is going back to break it and ruin the defense's B main control. They lava flash and break it with her classic. While that was done, Zeta have also taken A main pretty easily after waiting out this 1-way. The offense's mid-round call is to regroup on A and execute the site. But on their way back, Melissa's recon B. No one's there, and this knife's tagged Jet. This 3-stack is here to stay.
But you're going to need at least a few to play with. If Zeta could just get to 3 and win the pistol, maybe we've got a game, but they've got to step up right now.
Okay, they managed to force SRN off the line!
Oh my god!
But they just hang around and wait for Suzu to updraft. And there's just no second wave here from Zeta. They sit in this dark cover waiting to be brought down.
Why? Why are we allowing the defense to play duck hunt? Okay. What was the point of that updraft? Yes, there was a molly, but just cloudburst and dash through it. What did she even smoke? And now, don't get me wrong, SRN hit a nice shot, but this time spent going up just gave them more time to line up the shot. Dying this early also then nullifies this recon and then flash. If Jet can't follow it up, then no one's going to be using it. You might as well just throw it all away. And without space, the defense were able to flood back in and catch all of Zeta before they even got through the choke. Because Zeta have been losing so much, they can just buy again this round. And I don't really know what their game plan is. Suzu's now attack opping, so I think they're going to wait for MIBR to get aggressive and play this round slow. A bit too slow. Because for the first, I shit you not, 60 seconds of the round, Zeta don't move past the buy barriers. It's only until 30 seconds are left that Sova moves up market, snaps MIBR's alarm bot, and there's another flash, but now there's no time to do anything. Serena is running around in B main trying to sell a fake, which, when combined with this flash, it kinda works. Sofa's staying back here, and Killjoy pops her lockdown. The offense planned on A splitting instead, but because they barely defaulted, just look at all the utility MIBR has to throw at them.
And now here comes the pressure onto A. It's going to be a pretty fast split, but the duo of Jelly and SRN to deal with 15 seconds on the clock, man.
Gotta be
They've
nuts.
got to go.
So desperate here for Zeta, and there they are. Melissa Jelly's able to find 2 inside tree. They've still got 6 points to work with, and there's no time for a replant. The spike is dropped in tree, and Zeta Division in utter shambles.
The pistols got dookied on, again, and now Zeta's going to try defaulting into mid in a classic 1-3-1. They're basically out of options. But that's the frustrating thing. Remember, it's not like they're doing anything fundamentally wrong, but these small mistakes piled up. There's the frenzies, missed flashes, a failed post plant, a missed smoke, a weird updraft. These are all fixable. And now a mid default is a great idea, especially on Ascent. Break the bot, spread the defense back out into an even 2-1-2, then hit whatever. But MIBR's op has moved into mid.
Force any rotations to capitalize on them at all.
It's really the capitalizing that is in the major issue. Seren with the flick just goes wide.
Zeta's mid default has worked, as Seren has scurried off towards B, where their Sovas drone them back onto the line, wanting to stay proactive, but Zeta have taken mid in response. Suzu smoke spawn, crosses in a market, and has activated her Tailwind, looking for a kill, but she's denied by Sayori's one-way. Compared to the last round we broke down, this default has been much quicker, with actual goals in mind. Breaking this alarm bot, and then looking for kills, displays confidence. Alright Zeta, what do you want to do next? What do you guys want to do next? You've got to be kidding me. They just stand around and take chip damage from this Odin for the next 30 seconds. And finally back out towards another A split with like 25 seconds left. Why are we waiting so long? Anyone else getting deja vu? Suzu is, because she sees this fragment, gets PTSD, and retreats back to B. But with 20 seconds left, and op here, and Omen soon on his way with an ult, how did the offense pull off this one?
I don't know what... We're going back up towards B. I suppose UR is stayed inserted into market, but Akko caught and SR never dealt with, needs to go down. Serena finally able to capitalize off that.
They've got
12 seconds left. They've got to get into the site, man.
Should be stuck inside small for the time being, but Sayori is confident as she falls back to Boathouse. Sees Moko, sees Serena. It's all too easy for MIBR.
I feel bad for Zeta. First off, Game Changers players get a lot of flack for no reason. And second, playing on a big stage like this can be pretty overwhelming, especially when you're getting stomped. So I'm pretty sure Zeta are just stuck in their own head. They are a good team and have beat decent competition before this. But regardless, it's the last round of the half, and Zeta have scrapped together whatever rifles they can find and are just going B with their Killjoy ult. Again, this isn't bad, but here's the problem. But Zeta have a lot of Guardians, so let's see how Zeta mess this up. Deal with this Odin. They're pretty cautious to begin, knife and shock to beat someone back, but each player taking cover or ready to spam in a response. But just to be extra safe, UR drones and the rest of Zeta obliterate this wall, forcing Melissa to drop. Serena activates her ult, and the defense are pushed back into their spawn, Melissa ripping shocks on her way out, and she lines up her Odin.
Shock Dart just to deal a bit of damage on entry. Does to UR. The spam through on Serena is good.
Smoke blooms there, but still, Melissa's able to find one. Jelly tries to get involved again from market. Instantly, it's going to be Sayori, though, again.
Zeta have taken B, but also major casualties. When executing on this site with Killjoy's ult, it is smart to have a Molly land and spawn to prevent someone from sitting here and spamming, and bonus points for a recon on this tree. This lockdown clears everything else out. The only thing to worry about is this spam. But Zeta are now cuddled in a boathouse, using their Sova to swing off of with such low HP. Ideally, when you're down numbers, you want to play up and even the odds, but with such low health and worse weapons, Zeta are kind of stuck in a pickle. But once the defense groups up, their coordinated retake begins.
This should be enough. SRN drops down, they blip UR. Great scan util being used here by MIBR. Such a clean execute on this retake, despite being entirely forced off by the lockdown.
MIBR just looked perfect on that half.
Alright, well we made it to 12 rounds, so let's see how MIBR finishes their flawless victory. The plan? Simple. B-split, but with an added twist. Now to avoid being humiliated, I think Zeta are bracing for a B-execute by having Sova bait for Jet on lane, and these two retake A after pretending to fight for it? It's hard to tell because MIBR move quick past the buy phase behind a recon, knife, they run up, and Omen smokes spawn?
Always feels stupid to say that.
Yep, but here I finally feel justified in saying it. Suzu down already, SRN loses out to Moko, sat over there towards Spawn. There should be a flood here from MIBR to clear that area, but there's going to be backup for Moko. Still, she goes down. You are from Speedway that was going to be there in Arco.
MIBR's plan was to triple pinch B from main, market, and spawn. But SRN lost the duel, dragging all of MIBR's attention, allowing UR to get a backstab. 3 versus 3. Jelly goes for the plant, while Sirori beats back a potential flood with their paranoia and caps off stairs with a dark cover. Last round, we saw a pretty coordinated retake from MIBR. So what does Zeta's retake look like?
There is the spike getting put down. Smoke there to follow a paranoia.
And UR does have a recon to play with at the very least.
0 points is nothing. They know! It's a lack of information, but they know where they're going to be coming from, and it's all down to Serena. And there you have it!
We all go through stairs. No one through lane? All of MIBR just stared at the right side of sight? Just why? Add that on to the pile of mistakes that cost Zeta this game, and we go next. There were the frenzies, and the botched smoke, then the impossible to lose post plant, the weird updraft, the team flashes, and then all of those added up to Zeta just being nervous in the mid round and not knowing what to do next. Again, small mistakes can cost you big time. And in Valorant, sometimes it's about which team makes less of those mistakes. But I don't know, this was even their map pick. I don't get it. Oh well, was this 13-0 as bad as that time Paper Rex 13-0 to Talon Esports? Watch this video and you tell me.